Hey everyone, Evan here with Battalion Studios, and welcome to this episode of Rainbow Six Siege Unit Lore. Today we'll be taking a look at the Brazilian Special Police Operations Battalion, or BOPE. Before we start, if you're enjoying this series and our other content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Battalion Studios or visit our social media in the description below. Overview. Special Police Operations Battalion. Country of origin, Brazil. Founded 1991 to present. Branch, Military Police of Rio de Janeiro State. Type, Military Police. Headquarters location, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Motto, Faca na caveira, knife in the skull, or victory over death. Our first taste of the BOPE came on August 6th, 2016, when operators Capital and Caveira joined Team Rainbow. Born outside of Rio de Janeiro, Capital experienced the trauma of his brother being murdered by several drug dealers from the Comando Vermelho when he was younger, making Capital dedicate his entire life to protecting Brazil. He trained in tactical weapons and advanced breaching strategies, which allowed him to quickly be picked up by Corps. During a Corps raid, Capital was ambushed and held captive for 2 months. It was here that he was tortured and lost his left eye. Capital was about to be pulled from the field after his rescue when he jumped in to volunteer and test new equipment in the field. He would go on to become a figurehead and expert in the prevention of criminal gang activity before accepting an offer to join Rainbow in 2016. Caveira would also join Rainbow alongside Capital. Following the death of her father and moving to Rio de Janeiro, Caveira grew independent to help support her family. She ran away at age 16 and was found a year later, booked on robbery charges. The judge was impressed with Caveira remaining poised and displaying profound intellect during her trial, leading the judge to being lenient on her punishment. He claimed that her character showed the potential for social education reform, giving Caveira the choice of going to juvenile reformatory or working with the BOPE as an informant. Caveira accepted the latter offer. After years of working undercover with some of the most notorious gangs in Rio de Janeiro and mastering the techniques of interrogation and surveillance, Caveira re-enlisted after her mandatory service ended with the BOPE. Caveira's handling of the 2010 Rio de Janeiro security crisis led to her invitation into Rainbow in 2016. The Special Police Operations Battalion, or BOPE, is an intervention force of the military police of the state of Rio de Janeiro, responsible for acting in critical situations and being the tactical reserve of military employment. Its staff is voluntary, formed by police officers of highly technical, tactical, and psychological experience. On January 6, 2011, the Pacification Program was established for police forces, dividing situational jurisdiction into 4 phases: tactical intervention, stabilization, implementation of the pacifying police unit known as UPP or UP, and continued evaluation and monitoring. Within these 4 phases, the BOPE has been participating since 2008 within the first 2 phases, tactical intervention and stabilization. Continuous BOPE control of areas in Rio de Janeiro has since caused community tension with the police. Promotion of activities within the community, such as sports tournaments, religious events, public meetings, and more, have helped facilitate the pacification and trust between community members and police forces. The BOPE came into existence following the hostage incident at the Criminal Evaristo de Moraes Institute in 1974. When director of the prison, Police Major Darcy Bittencourt was held hostage by several inmates looking to escape. Following local police intervention, Bittencourt and several inmates were killed. A captain of the military police witnessed the entire event and proposed to the general commander to create a special group of police officers who would be specifically trained to act in extreme risk situations. On January 19, 1978, the center of the Special Operations Company, known as NUCO, was created and established in Sulacap, a neighborhood located in the west zone of Rio de Janeiro. In 1982, the unit changed its name to the Special Operations Company, known as the CO, and operated as part of the Shock Police Battalion. Within 6 years, the CO became the Independent Special Operations Company, or the CIOE, but continued to work with the Shock Police Battalion in Estacio. On March 1, 1991, the Special Police Operations Battalion was created after the CIOE was dissolved, staying in the Shock Police Battalion's headquarters. In December 2000, the unit received its own facility, an old abandoned building located at the top of the Tavares Bastos community. 2011 saw the BOPE emerge with the COE, the Shock Police Battalion, the Dog Action Battalion, and the Aeromobile grouping. As of today, there are plans for the BOPE headquarters to move to the region of Ramos, as to allow a strategic position within the city with a direct connection with the main expressways of Rio de Janeiro. The BOPE has a very rigid selection process, with all interested personnel first having to be a military police officer within the state of Rio de Janeiro for at least 2 years. Interested personnel have to complete one of the special courses taught by members of the BOPE. These are the Tactical Action Course or the Special Operations Course. All members of the BOPE are volunteers, so the purpose of taking these courses are to identify who in the volunteering police officers has the skills for the unit. The unit states, it is not good enough to have physical preparation, good technique, and good character. It is necessary to have the spirit of combat, courage, emotional balance, consistency, and willpower. Most BOPE operatives have some sort of training with the Brazilian Armed Forces, such as the Special Operations Stage, Jungle War Course, or the Contra Guerrilla Course. Overall, a high proficiency in marksmanship, self-defense, mountaineering, sea survival, first aid, hostage situation control, and ambush scenarios are required to join the BOPE. Extensive experience in guerrilla and urban warfare within Rio de Janeiro has made BOPE operatives experts in close-quarter combat. Their primary focus is around supporting local law enforcement, but expertise in extreme situations and urban warfare has led to the BOPE adopting a diverse array of capabilities. Subunits within the BOPE include the Tactical Intervention Unit, Specialized Instruction Section, Physical Education Section, Demolition, Engineering, and Transportation Unit, and Health Section. The Tactical Intervention Unit comprises of the Negotiation and Analysis Group, the Precision Shooter Group, and the Resumption and Rescue Group. Additional support of the Battalion of Actions with Dogs Group supports the Tactical Intervention Unit. Members of the unit primarily act in crucial situations involving hostages, bombs, and other imminent circumstances. The Specialized Instruction is in charge of managing training operators as well as other police forces. They continuously work with international forces such as SWAT, FBI, Navy SEALs, German GSG-9, Lorraine Fresca, and Yaman. The Physical Education Section works in conjunction with the Specialized Instruction Group and police preparation, specifically martial arts, the prevention of immediate and future injuries, and a focus on returning to society as a healthy individual following service. The Physical Education Section works exclusively with private aerobic endurance and localized muscle-resistant oriented companies on providing the best physical condition of officers as possible. While physical bodies are important, the Physical Education Section recognizes the importance of mental strength as well. The Demolition, Engineering, and Transportation Unit emerged after the need for cleared and safety entry for police into situations. Special knowledge of mechanics, heavy machinery, and explosives are required for this unit. An emphasis on supporting police and public figures is the main priority, deploying safe studies and practices for the public during times of team pacification. Last, the health section consists of BOPE's paramedic, psychological, nutritional, and other medical team members. The health team consists of around 30 members who work to prevent physical and psychological injuries, both in the field and back at the training center. So there we have it, Brazil's Special Police Operations Battalion, or BOPE. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what military unit from Siege you want to see next in the comments below, and what you thought about the episode. Once again, I'm Evan with Baritone Studios, and I'll see you next time.